Private companies are answering the administration's call to terminate programs that protect diversity, equity, inclusion, and access. Ending DEIA is being met with calls to boycott those stores and with calls to refrain from shopping on February 28, 2025. This call for boycott has also placed Black shoppers and Black-owned brands at odds. Welcome to SADOC with Sandra. Our mission is to strengthen and develop our community through education, elevation, and empowerment. This is episode 7, Empowering Black Business, FIRECART, the Black-owned marketplace alternative to Amazon and retail giants amid DEI backlash and Black brand struggles. Welcome Daryl and Kim Elliott, who have an answer for how we may create our own outlets to substitute shopping at major retailers who are not like us and are not for us. Hello, Daryl and Kim.
Hey, Sandra.
So let's start with you telling the community about yourselves.
Well, we are a long-standing technologies company. Kim and I have an experience in first the payments world, which will be electronic banking, such as Visa, MasterCard, ACH, all that type of financial transfers and things like that. We've been around since 1997. And I've been in the industry for over 30 years. Kim has been in the industry for 20 years. And we work with major banks all around the world, all the different manufacturers of the point of sale, ATM, kiosk, security. We do multiple types of technologies that have been business-based and also in the consumer base. So we've seen a large evolution of our industry for a long time, starting from when regular businesses started taking card payments, all the way up to the current environment, which includes things like as Cash App, debit cards, all of those types of things. Biometric access, when you put your finger on the lock and it unlocks. Yes. We do all of that type of technology. So we do follow a lot of market trends. We often are ahead of market trends because of what we do, and we've had a chance to see a lot through our existence.
Well, you're a young Black family. How did you all get involved in this?
Well, for me, my start was in the Wall Street world. So I first started with New England Financial Group, which later was absorbed into Metropolitan Life. So I was in financial and estate planning. And one day, and prior to that, I grew up in the music world. And I actually toured and played with everybody as a young kid. I was one of those kids you saw on TV. So I was always into technology. But one day after I'd come out of the music industry, a friend of mine had me to come check out the financial world with him, which I had a business minor in. So it gave me an opportunity to go ahead and exercise that muscle. I did well in that world, and then a friend of mine, it wasn't planned, but he said, "Hey, I'm starting a new company, and I need you to help me close some deals." And the next thing you know, we turned into one of the thriving firms in the nation in electronic banking. So that's how I got my start. And Kim and I started working together, after a while, after years had gone by, and then she came into the business. She actually took a big liking to it. I'll let her speak for herself on that one. And then we just kept on going, and the company continued to evolve.
And Kim, through the midst of this, you're a wife, you're a mother. So tell us about yourself, Kim.
Yes, I am a wife. I am a mom. I am the COO of Diadem Technologies. And like Daryl said, I got into this business, this industry, because of Daryl. And relationships are so important. So I'm really big in talking about relationships, because it is through conversation, it is through connection that we get the majority of our opportunities, correct? And so I do know that a lot of, especially Black-owned small businesses, are solopreneurs, solo entrepreneurs. So I felt that it was really important to not just support Black business, but support Black business in my own household. So I have worked in Diadem Technologies for over 18 years. And I have enjoyed this opportunity for my husband and myself to work together to do something and to build something incredible. So yeah, my personal philosophy is like, okay, let me support the Black-owned business in my own family, in my own house. And was that a commitment? Yes. Was it a sacrifice? Yes. But, you know, we all have people in our family and our communities that have some talent and some ideas, and they could use some hands and some help. So it's been my pleasure to assist, to support, and to encourage and cheerlead this business with all my talents and resources. So.
And I mean, I think that is definitely a good position to take, because some of, as you said, so many Black-owned businesses are solo, and they can use the help of their family or their friends to build it up, you know, and then it could create a community, you know, something for the community to profit off of. So you are here to talk about FIRECART, one of your endeavors. So tell us about FIRECART.
FIRECART is the result of our experience with B2B and also with a broad marketplace, because Kim has mentioned what we call the solopreneurs, but also we dealt with small business, mid-size, and big business. We ourselves have been partners with Walmart and Amazon. So we've had a good idea of how the marketplaces work. As a result, we found that as it is with any evolution of these large mega companies, is eventually the regular person gets drowned out. So lately, the complaint with the large marketplaces is that the Chinese companies are now flooding them, and they're now drowning out regular sellers. So if you remember when Amazon started, it could be anyone at home selling their items, and they would ship them themselves. It was not what we know today as this megalodon that exists, that has their own trucks and tractor trailers and fulfillment houses and warehouses and all of that. It wasn't that. It was you sold your own items from where you were in a lot of cases, and that's how the model worked. That benefited a lot of individual sellers. Well, as they grew and people started flooding the market and the infrastructure grew, the regular person now struggles to make any sales on there. We are looking to bring back that feeling. We're looking to bring back that sense of, I have a chance, I have an opportunity. We also want to bring back that feeling of that you can connect directly with your customers. So FIRECART does have a little bit of a twist to it that's a little different from Amazon. But the basic need of a marketplace that levels the playing field for businesses, to allow them to reach their audience, to be able to speak to their people and share with them the items that they need, that they like, that they want to celebrate, and sometimes want to have some type of input to. So FIRECART sets up that type of environment. It's a little bit Amazon, it's a little bit Facebook, it's a little bit of a few things all mixed together to help foster the community that Kim talks about, but it allows you to scale up your business. So you may start today selling in your living room, but it gives you an opportunity to grow, and maybe you will be able to have that corner shop that you were dreaming of. Maybe you would be able to have that little warehouse that you've been dreaming of. It allows you to have whatever range you need to have without being able to bear the burden of the high cost that could be involved.
So it's a little bit of Amazon and a little bit of Facebook. So how do they mesh together? What's the advantage of that?
Well, FIRECART has the intention for people to be able to have a connection with the people that they're buying from, right? So we like to coin it as, or our idea is to make this small business friendly. Now, people hear small business are like, I want to be a big business. Well, a small business is anything from 1 million to 40 million in annual revenue, and anybody who has less than 1,500 employees. So that's pretty, I think any of us would be happy to have 40 million and 1,500 employees, but that's considered in the U.S. small. So we want to build connections between people who are buying the items and the sellers. So its purpose is to build community, build connection between, people and the things that they're buying. So that's why we say it's a blend. You can follow different sellers, so when they have something new, you get an alert, and we have some other unique features as well.
It also allows you to set up your own affiliate program. So, for instance, you have a store and someone else may set up as an affiliate. That affiliate is able to go ahead and sell your items and they can make a commission. So we also want to look at circular revenue. So one of the issues of economic empowerment is how many times does a dollar make its round within a community? And that's been the issue with Black economic struggle, is that the average dollar in the Jewish community may circulate 32 times before it leaves, whereas in the Black community, it only circulates once. So that can go very long in terms of how prosperous anybody who is involved in there. So whatever community we foster, because we could have just what is the FIRECART community, and that FIRECART community ends up having a prosperous revenue stream by being able to have someone make money off of selling your items, and then they keep on referring back into the ecosystem, and that way people will be able to grow their revenue, because businesses don't thrive off of one-time sales. They thrive off of repeat business while adding new business, and that's how you grow. So we want to help foster that type of environment, so you're not only a buyer, you can be an influencer, you can be a seller, and everybody wins. And when we teach everyone how to share the dollar and how to share in success, then you create more prosperous people. So that's a big component that we have. And you can have your own store, but you can also advertise someone else's products on your store through the affiliate links as well. So that's another twist on it. So if I can sell computers, but maybe someone else sells things like maybe the hard drives. Maybe they sell hard drives. It's relevant to my business, but I don't really sell hard drives, but I like this person's hard drive. I can put it on my store and I'll make a commission off of selling it. The other person still fulfills it, but I've marketed it. So it could be for any product. Some people just want to create a stuff store. You just want to borrow from everybody's store. Sure. You have a lot of different things, but your community likes coming to your site. You can do that also.
So how Does the person who acts as an affiliate earn money?
They earn money off of the sales that come out of your store. So you get a percentage of any sale that comes in. Everything is automated, and reported. So it reports to your panel. You know what your commissions are. You know what's sold from your store that's connected to that store, and you make a percentage.
I want to add, FireCard is so unique, okay? Because not only are you getting a percentage of a commission for directly promoting an amazing product made by perhaps someone you know or someone you don't know. It's like, oh, this is really nice. But you also make a percentage by inviting your friends to shop in our marketplace. So we have built in our technology incentives for people to do the actual work that needs to be done, which is inviting people to come by and telling people about some amazing products. So this encourages our sellers to be the best, right? Because everybody who is vouching for you is dependent on you to do good business. They are dependent on you. If I refer and say, oh my God, so-and-so makes the best smelling, body balm and I love it. And I refer you, I expect you to do a great job when my mom, my sister, my cousin comes to buy from your store. And in turn, I have an added benefit of a percentage commission from sales. So we're just encouraging everybody to do the things, the activities that are needed for any business and for any community to be successful. We need people that make products that are for us and are good for us. And I'm going to repeat that again. Products that are for us and products that are good for us. And when you have people that make things for you that you know, and those people have a love and they have a desire to see you be well and do well, won't they give you quality things, right? And unfortunately, we live in a world where there are companies and corporations that don't think well of us. And they have sold us some junk products. They have sold us some foods that are not healthy for our bodies. They have sold us some products that are not healthy for our skin. They have sold us things that break after 2 years. And that's all because they have this sense of we're in a bad relationship.
They want to keep selling to us. They want us to keep replacing it. Yes.
And to me, that's a bad relationship. I don't like it. I want to buy things from people who care about me and want to see me do well. And I, in turn, want to see their business do well.
And people buy out of habit. It doesn't mean
that's
that
right.
It doesn't mean that it's good for you. You know, you go to this store, you hate going there, but you can't stop going there. It's you complain about the prices, you complain about how dirty the store is, you complain about how they treat you, but you're still going and you're still going. We're hoping that we can break some of that dysfunctional cycle within our buying habits. And another part of this is while people are trying to destroy DEI, we actually have a section within there which is considered the cultural section. So if you want to buy Indian product, if you want to buy African product, if you want to buy Hispanic product or Latino or whatever, you can do that. You can have something that is dedicated to culture, because we believe that all culture is necessary and all culture should be celebrated, and we should have a healthy relationship across cultures instead of always having this contentious relationship across cultures. So we should be able to use one another's items and celebrate and give credit to one another for what we make and what we provide. And I think that would go towards whatever little good we can do in this world, that could go towards something positive.
So has FireCart been kicked off yet? Have you launched it?
It's ready to be consumed and used. So that's where FireCart is now. FIRECART is ready to be consumed and used. And now it seems to be the timing to now start putting it out. Because we're often early. As technology people, we're always early. So,
Right.
so there's such a thing as being too early. Now that the political winds are doing what they're doing, society is doing what it's doing, we're starting to slowly shift into there's room for another marketplace like this. And what people don't understand is that there are many marketplaces out there that are profitable, that make money. There are some you don't know about. We're one of those new marketplaces that's coming in there that's going to fill a certain space, and we believe that once we put it out there, people are going to gravitate to it because of what its mission and spirit is.
So show us. I know you have a presentation. We want to get right into that to see what is FIRECART.
All right, here you go. This is FIRECART. We're just coming off of Valentine's Day, so we were advertising for putting up our ads for Valentine's. But you see, we have our multiple different categories of men's, women's, youth, kids, books, music. We also have a section for handmade items, things like crochet. And so we have different types of items that can be put on there, and each person may have their own store. So I will give an example of, I'll go to the Diadem store for now. So we have some feature stores. We actually have some of our partners already on here that are our launch partners. So they have already started the process of building their stores. But for instance, here's the Diadem store. And on Diadem, we have we do have one little ancillary product on there, but here are the actual items that we make. And this is our own store. So if you see here, it's just like a social media header. It's similar to a social media profile. And here you can follow, and you can also make an inquiry directly to the seller. You can follow the store. Here are social links. And this is your own website. And with this, you are able to choose your products. And then you can buy it right from the cart. It's very simple and easy. And it does give you room for reviews. You can put it on your watch list, and we do take all the different types of payment as well. So let me come out of there.
And so I saw you say you had an affiliate there, and that affiliate happens to be your daughter, right? She has her own store. So
absolutely.
Growing that family business, as Kim has stated.
Yeah, we're encouraging kid entrepreneurs. I think we have Business Owners of Tomorrow is on here too. They have a store. She actually does products for young children entrepreneurs. I don't know if you can pull her store up.
Yes.
And we have entrepreneurs. We'll see Ayers Batch of Nature is there. She does organic hair care products that are amazing. And so, Business Owners Tomorrow. I mean, we have to expand our mindset of all the things that we can create and sell based upon what we buy on a daily basis. So she has a digital course and workbook. She has a Kidpreneur puzzle collection. And then she has the Business Buddies coloring and activity book. And so we encourage everybody to just get your store up and get it started. Even if you have, 3 to 5 items, you can at least put it out there and see what types of things people are interested in. So as you can see, I mean, it's really cute puzzle, teach kids business, right? That's what we are all about, entrepreneurship and giving our children opportunities.
This is set up to do any type of, search that you need. So you can search products here. So for instance, we know that crochet is on there. It allows you to to do a search of any type of product that you're looking to find. And so here's anything related to crochet. So, and this is our other daughter who actually does crochet locks. She does hair. So she is a hair, she's actually a budding hair supplier as well. So this, and another component to this is that we are also, we're listening to the people who know that we've been building this. And they said that they would like to be able to book maybe their appointments. So we're going to have where people could also maybe book appointments through here as well. So if you're a hair stylist and things like that, we heard that some of the barbers are not satisfied with the barber apps that they're using. We have the capability of adding those features as well. Another thing about this, and we also have a auto tire shop, a big auto warehouse that's going to be shipping tires around the country. He's coming on FIRECART as well. So we've been very selective of the people we wanted to launch with. So we knew that they were good at what they did. Our children are on here not because they're our kids. They're actually on here because they are good at what they do. And so we wanted to make sure we could start off with good quality people. And that's what we're looking for in this endeavor. Our entry points are very easy. You can always start for free with 10 items that you can put in for free, and you just pay a commission on them. Of course, the commission you pay less when you do any of our monthly plans where you scale up your business. So this does allow you, like I said before, it allows you the opportunity to scale up. And that's
what you were just speaking of, is that your vendor membership options?
Yes, the vendor membership options, where so we've had these programs where we had a founders program. And so if you get in on the founders program, you can get in at $9, and it allows you to have 25 products on there, and you have your commission. You'll have your commission of 15% that goes to the platform, and you pay, and then you have 5% for any of your affiliates. So affiliates make 5%. Okay.
I was going to interject. Our pricing model is unique. It is unique because we're giving people an opportunity to get started. And it's like, hey, we'll give you a chance to put your products up. The platform gets a percentage of items that are sold, which is more than fair, right? And we're giving people the opportunity to even come up in for free, to try it out for up to 10 items. Now, I cannot promise how long that's going to last as far as the free program and the founders pricing, but as of right now, we're looking for people to come on the platform in all categories. I mean, we have space, and more space to fill. So we have women, we need some boutique shops. We have men, we need some men's clothing, men's shoes, children's, hair accessories. All the things that we buy, we want to be able to make them available here on FIRECART. So it's wide open.
And these prices, they're monthly? Well, for starter, Founders Basic, Founders Pro, Basic Pro, are these the monthly prices?
Yes, monthly.
Okay.
And, and in comparison, the average Shopify store is going to cost you at the lower levels around $60-something. We do own our platform, so we're not outsourced to anyone. We're also the web hosting company. We actually have our own web hosting. So one of our philosophies as a business is that if we don't have it, we'll build it. So that allows us a pricing advantage with what we do, which has been a handicap to a lot of businesses because they've always had to resell.
Right.
And that causes prices to go higher. And in fairness to those who do have to resell, they may not have the capability to make something, and you have to start somewhere. So that's where they are. And we were once resellers when we started getting into hardware and software, but because we do have the capability, we just said we'll just start building our own stuff, and that way it gives us a better advantage. We control the product, and it's a better benefit to the customer because they get better pricing.
Are there templates? Say I have a t-shirt company. I've never done this before, but I want to try your starter or even your Founders Pro, one of them.
Right.
So how do I get started? How do you have a website template?
It's easy because what happens is when you go into your section when you get set up, it helps you to onboard your items, and it automatically builds them into your store. So let me go back to
and Sandra, because it's a lot of weeds into setting up a store, we do assist our shop owners with setting up their store. So we have a consultation that people can set up if they have questions to assist them with being able to load their pictures, load their item. There's no necessarily a special template. You just have to put in your artwork, and then it will show on your store. And there are some settings, So we work with you because everyone is not super tech savvy, right? And we all have a learning curve when we're starting any new platform. So we're very committed to assisting our store owners that are interested in e-commerce with knowing what they need to do and having help and assistance with getting it up.
Right. And for instance here, she was able to set up her own store, but she was pretty good at navigating it. She set up her own sales and things like that. So it's there, and then like Kim said, we will help people with the onboarding process.
How about data security?
It is on a secure server. Of course, it's a SSL encrypted type of site. And the other thing about this is that our payment gateway is a secure gateway, is what you call a PCI compliant gateway. So that means that we don't see your card holder data. So basically it's like an end-to-end type of thing. It's hidden from us, and it goes directly to the payment processor in the bank.
Does the payment go directly to the seller, from the purchaser to the seller?
What happens is that we have it set up where FIRECART handles the payment like Amazon handles the payment. And we do that for a couple reasons. Is that we are entrusted by the card processor to have vetted the people that are making the payment. We are bearing that liability. Now, because we do bear that liability, is that we put the onus on the seller to deliver, confirm that they're sending the product before we release the payment, so that everything is clean and right. We also have a free look period. So what we did was we allow a free look period for the customer that everyone has to adhere to, 15 days. Whereas if you're not satisfied, you can return your item. But to be fair to the seller, we don't want it to go very long, and then all of a sudden you get a wave of people wanting to return your stuff after they used it up and things like that.
Yeah.
So we create a policy that makes it fair for everybody. Give someone a chance to look at the item long enough to decide if they want it, return it, and then after that, you own it. So we do allow for that.
So is the seller paid in that interim period, that free look period?
The seller is paid on the free look period.
But then they may risk having to refund the money if the person returned the product.
Yes. And we want to not hold the seller up too long, which is what we looked at. When it's delivered, that's when they should be paid.
Okay.
But we're, of course, with any policy, you want to see how the community responds and reacts. And the key is, and this is just family talk here, the key is that let's deliver good products. So when there are returns, the returns do not outweigh the keeps, right?
Right.
If there are too many returns, then we're gonna have to change the policy, right? So
Right.
deliver good product, have good relationships, and that allows us from a financial, a fiduciary position to maintain a policy that's like that. Go ahead, Kim. You want to say something?
Oh no, I was just thinking about, the opening where Sandra was talking about this climate of DEI and strengthening Black-owned brands, and how all this comes together in creating things that we can support, sustain, and do well. And we just want to encourage people to get started on the platform, tell people about the platform, and we feel it's really important to have these things. A lot of people have shared some stories about using other platforms where their product was hidden. Also, I've heard stories of people on some marketplaces where, in order to be on that marketplace, they were guaranteed exposure, and it was costing them money to sell as opposed to them making money. So we really, in our technology and also our culture and our policies, are really working to try to give people favorable circumstances to do good business.
So, how would you say FIRECART is distinguished or different than Amazon? Why should they come to FIRECART versus Amazon?
One is that you're able to be seen. So let's start with that one. With Amazon, Amazon work. People don't know this, but Amazon, eBay, Walmart, they all work on the premise almost like how a search engine works, like Google works, based upon relevance. So what happens is that, and this is why people are saying they're not being seen. You may have a big seller who's pushing and flooding the market. That pushes their relevance up. The more relevant you are, the more seen you are. The less relevant you are, the less seen you are. On FIRECART, put your stuff up. We're not putting in a funky algorithm that will promote or demote you. Okay? Let's have an even playing field. If you sell, you sell. But here's the other part. You get to build your own following with your store. Remember, you can follow me. So once you find me, you follow me. So at that point, relevance is no longer part of the equation now, because I've built my community. So my community knows whenever I put up an upload, I don't have to do anything. They just get a notification, there's new product happening. And it allows for you to have a better chance. So that's the first thing. The second part of this is that you get your own store without additional costs. With Amazon, it's hard to get your own store because you have to be a brand. And you have, and to be, the definition of a brand legally with Amazon is different than what people think the definition of a brand is. So now you have to go through a lot of hoops to get a brand that can be allowed to have its own store on Amazon. Number three is that because you have a direct connection with your people, you can communicate with your people. So if you have a dispute, you can work it out between you and the buyer and the seller can work it out together first before the platform is involved. Once the platform is involved, we can arbitrate it and then come out with a resolution. But we prefer that people learn how to work together and be able to do things the old-fashioned way. So those are some of the basic components. And this way you can be able to actually build your business instead of just being used as another item. Now, the other part, the last one, is people don't know this, but when your cart seems to be when your store or your items start to seem to be dormant within their warehouse in the fulfillment center, Amazon accosts that. they accost your stuff and they sell it themselves on their platform as Amazon. So there are a lot of sellers that lose product and lose their business by in that fashion. So we have no interest in taking your stuff and selling it. We're a technologies company because that's how they get free product to sell. They get it at no cost at that point, and they resell your stuff.
And then and through the FIRECART, though, the people are not warehousing it somewhere in FIRECART. That's where they're selling it or shipping it from their own home.
Yes, they're shipping it from their own home, but
do have available for people who do want full service to be able to warehouse and have the products shipped out. So we do have that available. Of course, those are additional costs. So we do offer both, but
So
we don't give preferential treatment. So a lot of Amazon, of course, people want the 2-day delivery. In order to get the 2-day delivery, your product has to be stocked at the warehouse. Well, in order to stock your product at the warehouse, you have to deliver to them a certain quantity. Well, in order to keep that quantity there, you're paying a certain amount of fee every month to have your product stored in that quantity. And if your product is not selling fast enough, then it's very easy for a small business to go in the hole, because how can you guarantee the visibility of your product? Who sees it? How can you guarantee how fast it's going to sell? So these are kind of the conundrums that a lot of small businesses have with that model. So we give people the opportunity to scale up. If you are not sure as to your numbers, we say, hey, just start by shipping it out yourself. If you have a steady business and you're like, wow, I have so much sales that I cannot, as a solopreneur or 2 or 3 people, handle all this volume, then we definitely have warehousing and shipment services available for people who are moving those numbers. So we just want to make sure that it's viable for the business.
What are the next steps for FIRECART? What are some of the long-term goals?
the long-term goal is to be able to, let's say the goal for the seller. The goal for the seller is, you have a way to get started first, for some people. For others that are already started, they're looking to be able to have better costs and a better business relationship. So those are the two different motivations. Scaling up, we want to be able to allow business to scale up. So FIRECART does allow you, because the greater ecosystem of our company allows you to go next level into, you may get a location. Now you have a brick and mortar store. So we're capable of helping you to scale up your store. We do manufacture point of sale systems. So we have our own brand called FirePay. And with FirePay, we do full payment technology. So into FirePay, you can now set up your POS system. That way you can do everything you need to do, and it's all being integrated into a whole larger suite of business. All things that help you to run your store, scale your store. We believe, and I do see this, and I have seen it throughout my years, I've seen people start from just coming into this country to becoming, to having 24 locations. so so I have seen that. I've been around long enough to know that and seen that, and a lot of them are my personal friends. So the journey is the goal. The goal is to be able to keep forward progress. I always say the biggest key of being in business is staying in business. You want to stay around so that you can see what the outcome is ultimately going to be. So we're here to promote your sustainability. And then when your time comes, which we don't always know what our time is going to be, and that's just a reality.
Right.
You may hit your, we want you to be around long enough to hit your time and to hit your moment. Some people start and their moment happens right away. You hear it all the time. But then there are people that Colonel Sanders didn't hit until he was 65 years old with Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I know some people don't really want to hear that, but the reality is, stay in business, keep as much of your independence that you can possibly keep, and build your community and your ecosystem. And that's what we're here to help promote. That's the goal there. Our goal as a company is to always expand that universe for the business. So if we're able to be there, basically from inception to full scale, that's always our goal, because your growth is in our best interest, because the more you do, the more we make, right? And that's how we're tethered to the success of a business.
It's about, everyone says support Black owned business. Well, what does that mean? I mean, yes, we should buy, but we should also know what our friends and our family members are doing. We should keep them in the front of our minds when people ask for a particular thing. I do it all the time. If someone says they're looking for something and I know someone that does that and does it well, I'll say, hey, take a look at, my friend so-and-so. She's really great, and I would love to get you guys connected. I think that small business, and not just Black-owned business, I really think in this country and around the world, small business is really hurting. I don't care what race you are. It's like a winners take all society. I mean, it's like the behemoths crush everybody, and it's making it really difficult for people to have enough money to do the basic things of just taking care of their family. Okay? And I know some people, they want to launch spaceships to Mars. I mean, we're just trying to help regular people be able to have the extra income to send the babies to college, or dance practice, or swim team, or AAU basketball trips. And we're approaching this with both feet on the ground to give people an opportunity to sustain their families and to do the things that they need to do. And so I would say small business in general, Black-owned businesses have a unique set of challenges, a lot of hurdles, and you guys, we are here. We offer a lot of support. We offer a lot of services, and we also have, the guidance from our experience. So Black-owned businesses have a unique set of challenges, but small business in general has a lot of challenges, and people being able to sell their product and have a fair chance. So we're just trying to give people a chance.
And selling product is a big deal in regards to the one word that a lot of Black businesses are just really learning about the importance of, and that is distribution. Distribution is the key to a business's success. And when you are short on distribution channels, that's where you have problems. So FIRECART serves as a marketing channel, and a sense of a distribution channel so that you can be able to gain access to the greater world out there. And because these other platforms suppress your product and your visibility, that then affects your distribution channel.
Are there any collaborations or partnerships in the works, or that you're seeking to help bolster FIRECART to be available to the community?
The first partnership we're really trying to foster is with the people.
Right.
And the reason is that once you have to choose your partners wisely.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's another piece of advice I would like to give to any business owner, is choose your partners wisely, because you have to have people who are on the same sheet of music with you almost at every step. Because if they're not with you in spirit and mission and purpose, you can find yourself sometimes handicapping your business. Now, having said that, we're always open to a good, meaningful partnership, because in reality, we have a lot of partners. So I said that to only circle back around and say, as a company, Diadem has a lot of partners, and a lot of the largest companies are our partners, and we have long-standing relationships with them. But we do look forward to having partners that can see that mission and that are able to value add to what we do. So when there are opportunities to onboard good entrepreneurs, there are so many entrepreneurs out there that we don't know about, that have things that we need and are looking for, and have the expertise of making stuff that would, like Kim said, would better benefit our health, well-being, and quality of life. We need those partners to help unearth those people, bring them in, and then we all push them out to the world. So good meaningful partnership is always useful.
And once you have those partners by way of vendors, I heard you say you want to be able to push them through FIRECART out to the world. So is there a plan to do that? Like, how does FIRECART become known like an Amazon or a Facebook or Shopify?
I would say our partners are the everyday person. Everybody is a partner to FIRECART because everybody has a chance to participate. Anybody can be an affiliate. Of course, we have vendors that are sellers, and everybody buys something. We all buy stuff all day, every day. And since this DEI situation has come into play, I have personally challenged myself to seek out making purchases from companies that value and appreciate me. And to be honest, it's been a challenge. I needed to get some flowers for a funeral, and it took me a long time, and I don't think I was that successful in finding a Black-owned florist. I was looking, and I'm like, Valentine's Day is coming, and I want to buy some chocolates, and I was not able to find a Black-owned chocolate maker in my local area so I could just get some candy. And so I need you all to tell me who we have and what they're selling so that we can get connected. We have no idea of who is doing what. I've gone to some of the sites. Some people said, well, you can look, do a Google search. I did that. And then I went on, I guess one of the directories, and some of the business websites were down. I don't know if people are out of business, and it's really difficult for people to stay in business without revenue and support. It is very expensive. And
see, that's an important piece, because say if your business is no longer able to maintain at a certain scale, you can actually scale into FIRECART. You may have to take your business back into your living room. And there you go. you still don't lose a website that way. So
Right.
you may lose your company website. You may not can maintain it any longer. You can go ahead into FIRECART. You can still have a way of selling what you can. Because see, there's, we fall down and we get up, right?
Right.
So if you have to start all over again, you have somewhere to go to start over. If that's your situation, so you can either start over or we have other companies that use FIRECART. They're still on the other platforms because we, our items are on multiple platforms as a partner. We've had our own stuff sold through the multiple platforms. We're here for you, and because of the affiliate program, because here's the other hole we don't want to fall into. We don't want to fall into the social media hole of constantly pouring exorbitant dollars in building up the other social media platforms, and they're hardly showing and advertising FIRECART. So the way we like to view it is like Kim says, our community, our people are our partners. They're the big advertisers. You have the affiliate program. You're incentivized to advertise FIRECART because you make something for telling somebody. So if we can learn how to get a rhythm of promotion within the community and learn how to promote across the community, and like Kim said, she was looking for a black florist. Well, you may be Indian and you may be looking for something Indian. You may be you may be from whatever. We have that cultural section there. So there's something for everybody. Just learn how to promote within the platform, and the platform could trump almost any other platform that's out there.
I was just going to say, I like what you had said earlier, the fact that try to continue to have the dollar to circulate within the community. And that could be the FIRECART community, and that could be the local community.
Yep.
And also, we have to keep in mind that everybody in our community has a different talent. Some people are very, very technically savvy. They can create a product. They can put something together. I've even seen artists I'm like, this is super technical about the paint and the oils and the primer. It's making things you need to be knowledgeable. But we have other people in our community that are amazing at promoting and telling and spreading the word. That is valuable too. And we have to learn how to partner with each other and work together. Like, we might be amazing at making technology. Amazing. And there might be more amazing people that are great at communications, selling it, putting a spin on it, a jingle on it, a bow on it, making it pretty, and everybody loves it and comes follow. So I just want to encourage everybody to rethink this idea of how we collaborate, and let's bring it down to earth, right? Like I said earlier, I started this business with my husband. We work together, we support each other. And that's because we have different talents and we have complementary skills and abilities. So I want each person to think about somebody in their family or a friend that they can work with and say, hey, let's put this thing together. Like, you have $250, I have $250. Let's start, making something. I want to encourage people because that's what a company is. A company is a collection of individuals who work together to pursue a common goal and interest. So we got to learn how to do that.
Is anything else that you wanted to say in closing?
We do have a buy local feature as well on there that you'll be able to find your vendor or a vendor for what sells what you need as well. So that is another part that we didn't bring up, is that it allows you, once everybody's populated, you'll see all these pin drops on the map throughout the country. And for whatever you need, if you need to buy local and you want to buy local, you can find someone on FIRECART that will be in your local area for what you're trying to get.
All right. So thank you, Darryl and Kim Elliott. Thank you for bringing FIRECART via Diadem to us, to the community. And And we hope that we are able to lift you all up and spread the word so we can help each other. And to all those out in the community, remember you are not too old, you are not too young to start a business for your family, for your community. And remember, your mind is a weapon. When you pursue education, aim for elevation, and channel your creativity into empowerment, then no door can hold you and no one can stop you. Your mouth is a weapon that can slay your doubts and your insecurities. Speak life to yourself.
To whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand firm. Sat and watch from the sidelines one too many times. Wicked games to play make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need a boost, count on me for the 1-2. Trouble don't last when the tough get going. Baby, all we do is win, so show me my opponent. Adversity, doubt, stress, could care less, cause how we handle those like an S on our chest.